As soon as I get the red dot, I will begin. It's still loading. There we go. Okay, so we are going to start opening up Google Meets. It is already open to students. We tested it out this morning. I had one of the teachers' kids, thank you, Kristen Ramsdale, and we were able to get it to work. So it should be on for the students. After this call, if you do want to send something out on Google Classroom and have students join in, feel free, but I want to make sure you guys understand how to use it, and I want to ensure that you guys do set up high expectations for it with your students. It was not open because we were afraid that kids would make their own Hangout links. They cannot do that. They can do some other things, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit, to where we are going to try to set high expectations so they don't do that. But I think this is really needed. A lot of you have said that you've missed your kids. It's hard to answer questions through email. So I think this will help some of those barriers that we're facing right now. And you can do it multiple different ways. You could set it up so if you wanted to do a live lesson, you could set it up so you're doing a live lesson at 1 p.m. and your class is invited and those students that are available could hop on. You could set it up like I have and just have office hours and leave your Google Hangout link on all day and then just kind of come and go and answer questions as kids come in. You could set up appointment slots. So there's multiple different ways that you could use this tool.
Hey, Steph, if you do a live lesson, can you record it so that if a kid didn't join, they could watch the live lesson later on?
Right now, you cannot record it.
Okay.
Brian is trying to work with Google to figure out what's going on. So hopefully that comes soon.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to talk about what Google Meet is. You guys are all on Google Meet. So you all logged in successfully. There's 52 of you on, so I hope it was pretty easy. Did anyone have any issues logging in? You can use the chat if you want. Everyone seemed to.
I mean, I clicked the link. Isn't that what it is? You just
all you have to do is click the link, right? So it should be pretty easy for the kids. That's the same setup the kids are going to have to do. They just click the link and then they click, like, I think it's join.
Yeah.
So to start a Google Meet, you're going to go to meet.google.com. So you might want to write this down. So in another tab, you would go to meet.google.com. Once I'm here, I can join or start a meeting. I would call this like office hours or whatever you wanted to. Hit continue, and you have a meeting. All you have to do is click join now, and then you're all set to start your office hours. So again, I think that's pretty simple. Any questions about going to this link and starting a meeting?
So Stephanie, we have to hit join now also?
Yes. So you're going to go to meet.google.com. Once you're here, you're going to go to join or start a meeting. And there's multiple ways to start a meeting. This isn't the only one, but this is the easiest way. So you're going to go to join or start a meeting. I'm going to call it meeting. Once you are in, you're going to go to join now. You're going to put this link in your Google Classroom.
So once we hit join now, we get the link, and that's what we put in our Google Classroom.
Can you say that again?
Once we hit join now, they will send us a link. We copy that link and put it in our. Now, what happens if we don't want to meet right now, like we want to meet later?
Hang on 1 second. Yes. Sorry, I'm getting feedback because it's hard to open up a meet and have your the current meet open, and people were joining in, so it was difficult. Yeah, so you can send that code in, and you can click rejoin if you do get exited out. And then if you hit join now.
So like, how did you give us a link yesterday that we clicked on today?
Yep. And hold on, let me mute. Okay. So you can remove people from the call, as you can see. I had to remove Colleen. Sorry, Colleen. But here is the arrow. If you lose the link, it's right here too. And you're just going to command copy or copy it, however you copy. And you're going to paste And then the kids can access that link. So I can see that I'm in the call. They just hit join now.
So if you have that link and you created that link today, but you let your kids know that they could join it tomorrow at 8 o'clock, you go ahead and just get back in. You can click on that link and you would say rejoin.
Yep. And
Okay.
there's a couple safety issues that I'm going to kind of stress. You know your kids better than I do. So one of the issues is that link, once the kids are in, they can create, like if you leave that link on Google Classroom overnight, kids could get in and they could have their own Google Meets without you.
So there's no owner of the meeting.
No. So what I'm suggesting you do, because if kids can't handle this, it will probably get turned off, because this is the reason we were not going to turn it on, is delete the link every night and repost it every time you're going to have an office hour. So
What if
only
they
leave it
still
on your
have it
classroom.
on their- Oh, sorry.
So I will not get a new link every time I want office hours. I will use that same link and just hit rejoin.
That's up to you. So you can use the same link every single day. That's what I do. Or you can get a new link every single day, which might be more security. That way the kids can't remember the link. But if you, I would only put the link up from 7:40 to 3:40, and then I would delete that classroom post. And then the next day I would put up the same link or a different link. But we really have to take it down when it's not the school hours, because they could do stuff outside of the hours. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions about that part?
Yeah, I saw Joni's, and Joni said, so if they actually just copy the link and keep it in their Google, like up in the we call it the magic Google bar. If they know it, if they wrote it down, they can start their own thing every day.
Yeah. We're gonna hope the kids don't think to do that, but we know that there are some smart ones out there.
Okay. Can you show us
you show
us how to delete a link when we're all done?
Yes, I will get there.
Thank you.
That is how we get to get our Meet code. So meet.google.com, you're going to click join, and then you have your code. You could do that every day, or you could use the same one. That's totally.
Hey, Stephanie.
Yes.
Real quick, can we say that if you're not talking to go ahead and mute, because if you have something going on in the background, that's what we can hear. And then when you want to talk, just click your mic, and it's down at the bottom. And because it's a little bit overload with 45 people or more. So thank you.
And Kristen, you can mute people too if you would like.
But does that mute them for everybody? Or does that just mute them for me?
It mutes them for everybody.
I'm not doing that.
Okay. All right. The next part. So here we are. We go to meet.google. We're going to click join or start a meeting right there. Once we do that, we're going to name it, continue, and then we have our join code. And we have our link. Okay. Any questions about the Meet link? And you're going to copy and paste that to your Google Classroom. Okay. So once we are in Meet, we'll go ahead and open up There's some features that I want to show you guys. And you can show the kids if you wish. If you don't want to, sometimes it's better they find out themselves. So again, here's the code. I would copy that to Google Classroom. Don't worry about this number. This is if you wanted to join by phone number and you could listen in. I would just use the Meet code unless you know of a kid that needs to call in. So I'm on. This is the mute button. So if you could see, you can still hear me because I'm on a different one, but then you could tell that I can't hear you, that kind of stuff. So I always tell the kids, join in and mute yourself. This one right here is to turn off my camera. Maybe I don't want the kids to see me or I need a break, so you could turn off your camera. This one is to leave the meet. So I could click this and I would be gone out of the call. Over here is turn captions on. So this might be helpful for your students that need this and they're hard of hearing.
Yeah.
I can present now. I can hear myself. So if I hit present now, I can do my entire screen. I'm going to do screen 2. I have 2 monitors up right now. Most of you will probably only have 1 screen. So I'm going to do screen 1. And then now you can see my Pear Deck slide. So again, when I want to present, I'm going to stop presenting. Present now. I'm going to do my entire screen. Screen 1. And then you can now see my Pear Deck slide. You can now see my Google Calendar. Any questions about presenting? Okay. I'm going to
Just remember it's called share screen, not present.
I'm going to real quick check the comments. If Kristen, could you kind of help me? Did I answer any comments are there any that need? Okay, is there any
sorry, I haven't been
questions I have
looking
not
at the comments.
answered
Let me
yet?
take a
Sorry, I
look.
haven't been looking. How do you remove someone? I'm going to, yes.
Stephanie, can I ask a question real quick? Tell me again, I was making some notes, I think I looked down. Tell me how you got to the present screen. Does this show up at the bottom?
Yes.
Because mine's, where it says Stephanie Howell's presenting, like mine would just say present now.
It says present now. Sometimes it's hidden. Let me see if I can get it to hide.
Mine in the
sometimes-
corner of yours says Stephanie Howell's presenting, so I'm presuming mine would just come up with present now,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, there's
Gotcha.
the B right there. And it will
Yeah,
tell
gotcha.
you, like you can ask a kid to present for you. Just have them go present now, their entire screen. Go ahead and mute those that are joining me. I'm going to show Craig how to mute somebody. So oh wait, Becky, go ahead and turn your mic on. So Becky, she's really loud. She's kind of driving me crazy. I can go down over here. I click the person. It's the people right here. It says 4 because there's 4 people in this Hangout. And I just go to Becky and I can mute her. She's muted. No one can hear her. Only Becky can unmute herself. I cannot unmute her. Kids can also mute me. So just be aware of that. You do not want your kids to mute you. So just make sure you know that they could play that game. Also, I could say, okay, Becky can't handle today's meeting. I'm going to remove her. And she is out of the call now. And then I can now have a conversation with Haley and Jen. Okay, Jen's good. I can now remove Jen from the call.
I'm sorry. Can you show again how you got rid of somebody?
Right here, it's the circle with the minus
you.
sign. Yep.
Steph, I can't see what you're talking about. I can only see your face. What am I doing wrong?
Click
Is your cursor down at the bottom of your screen, and so you have the Hangouts will be recorded and a little microphone, and that popped up, little red thing.
Yes, I see.
Can you see? So move your cursor up to the top of the screen. It should
go to present. Do you see anything where it says present?
It says Stephanie Howe is presenting. Is that what you mean?
No, let me go ahead and stop presenting. You might have to like unpin me.
Okay.
Hey, Stephanie, Kyle's asking if the Pear Deck will be available for them after this.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of other resources that I've got too.
Thanks.
Okay, can you see Haley?
Okay, I'm good now. Yes.
Perfect.
Sorry about that.
No, you're okay. It's sometimes, also, I'm going to try to show that. Let me see.
What does it mean when you pin someone? I don't.
Can someone jump back on that link that I shared earlier? You have to have more people on. And as you can see too, once I get a couple more people to join that link, my layout's going to look a little different too. So see how Kyle joined? It's now a 4-person screen. Now Ashley's in the middle because it's more than 7 people. To pin somebody is that little push pin. And now this is the screen I see. To unpin them, they just go like that. So if a kid can't see your screen, they might be pinned.
Okay.
Okay. And then real quick, because I know some people might have missed it, up here I can go to the people. I can say, okay, Ashley's really loud. I'm going to mute her. Ashley's now muted for the class. Don't forget, kids can mute you. So if for some reason you start talking and no one can hear you, you're probably muted. Okay, Kyle is being really annoying. I'm going to kick him out. That's how you remove somebody. Okay, I can also go to the 3 dots over here and I can change my layout. So I could do the sidebar. I could do different layouts that might help you when you're trying to teach kids. I probably would not do the spotlight just because it's good to see all the kids kind of their faces.
And something that you can tell that I have seen is that you can tell who's muting people as well. So I have noticed that some of us have muted other people. So they're going to be able to see that. On. Do what?
Ashley, add your mic on.
Okay.
Sorry. Keep going, Kristen.
No, I was just saying, so be prepared for that. So if kids are muting other people, they're going to be able to see just like we did. So like if I want to mute Lori, it should say that I muted Lori.
I'm waiting
now. There you go.
So to pin somebody is this little push pin. I saw that in the comments.
And what does pin mean again, to pin somebody?
It just means that their video will stay up front. So if Ashley starts talking, Jen will stay there.
I got ya.
Yeah. So I don't like the pin because I like to see who's talking. But a kid might pin Heather, let's say, and then they can't see what you're doing because you're talking.
Hey, Stephanie, do you know if there's a way that you could see all the students at once?
No, but I heard a lot of people putting in that feedback to Google. So it wouldn't surprise me if it comes out pretty soon. I mean, they cranked this update out pretty quickly because of the amount of feedback. So please put in feedback because they will update. So add that feedback to Google if that's something you would like. Right here, there's the change layout. You can do full screen. There's the turn on captions. There's settings. If you're having issues with your microphone, this is where you can check your settings to make sure that you have the right microphone on. Same with video. Here's the settings for the video. And then you shouldn't need anything else on here. Report a problem is where you would place that feedback.
Hey, Stephanie, someone in the chat had a question about parents being able to, let's see, where is that at? Can parents do Google? Oh, here we go. Ashley asked, can parents join a meet by phone with the pin?
Yes. Yep, you just share that with them and then they can join in. And it works just like a phone call. Okay. Any other questions that I missed so far? Okay. So real quick, we're going to add the link to Google Classroom. I'm going to show you how to do that. You can invite your students.
Hey, Steph.
Yes.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
I put it up here. Let me read what I put. So should we make sure if we're doing a Hangout, we hang up last so that we can make sure the kids have all hung up and then we go and remove the link?
Yes, that's what I would suggest.
Okay.
Yep.
Steph, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Are you recommending using this rather than just making like a quick video call instead?
It depends on your lesson goal, like a recorded video. Is that what you mean?
Well, just like if you see a student on and you just want to touch base with them real quick, is it easier just to make a video call rather than doing a meet? Can we do both?
I don't know if Hangouts chat will be open.
Okay.
And that's where you get that video call because it is kind of different than this one. So I would use this link.
Okay.
I mean, you can try it, but it might be blocked.
Okay.
just so you know. So now I'm going to go into Google Classroom. It might take forever to load because I'm in everyone's classes. Who has coconut water? I'll do this class. Okay. You cannot record yet. We're trying to work with Google. There's some type of issue going on. So hopefully we can get that fixed soon. Okay, so our main classroom, you can put it on your stream or you could create an assignment. So that's kind of up to you guys. I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna grab my link, Command copy, go back to the Chrome Squad Classroom. I'm gonna add the link. And I might just say office hours are from 1 to 2. And then you just post. And that's it. And so when I post it, the kids will be able to click this link and they can join. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go to the 3 dots, hit delete. And then the next day, I'm going to add my new office hour time. Any questions about adding it to Google Classroom?
Can you actually delete the link in the Meet? Like,
Can
so
you
that, can you actually delete the link that you created in general from Google Meet so that we can not have it available for the kids ever? You know what I mean? Once we're done with it, can we delete it, period?
It will delete after so many days.
But we can't delete it.
No. And then if you wanted to leave your like post, you can delete the link and just save office hours. So then the kids would know when you're available tomorrow and then you could post a link.
Did you
Okay.
did you already share how to get the link? I can rewatch it later. I was working on something and lost track of time.
Yeah, so going here, the link's going to be right here with the arrow, and you just copy this.
Is that when you set after you have set up one?
Yep.
Okay, and that will be in your recording that you're going to post somewhere.
Yeah, and I can help after too.
Okay.
All right, Stephanie, a few questions from the chat in case you're not following along is
Yeah.
Kyle's wanting to know what is protecting the teacher then if we can't record it right now?
I wouldn't do one-on-one meetings. I would do it with a group of kids. You could also invite another teacher in and do it as a team if you wanted.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like the classroom.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot protecting you there either because you're not recording your class. So I think we're okay.
Right. And then Craig's asking that there needs to be a way to not let people join after you close a link. Is that something that we can message or our feedback for Google?
Yep, that would be feedback for Google. I know they're trying to work on stuff. I'm sure they're they're like filled with so much stuff right now, but keep adding feedback. The more people that add feedback, the more likely they will be to do this.
Right. And then, yeah, Joni, it looks like the kids could go back to their history.
Yeah.
However, I mean, I think
it's going to be a couple kids.
There's only going to be a couple of kids. And if they are, then I think that we just end up dealing with that as we would in the classroom. Also, Allison's asking, you can't run Screencastify. If she presents, she wouldn't need Screencastify. Is that right?
I think you could run Screencastify to record. The issue with Screencastify is it's only 5 minutes. So if your office hours are longer than 5 minutes, I don't know if you want to use Screencastify. Because you would have to continually click the button.
Right.
Steve.
All right.
Yes, we do understand. We'll deal with it once we get there. Just let your principal know as soon as you see or hear of anything that the kids are doing so we can deal with it in a timely manner. Just like we would in the classroom with kids. Any other questions I missed?
That's it so far. I think everybody's just worried about the security part of it and us being covered. But I think, you're right, that we just deal with it.
Yep. And then I'm going to talk about appointment slots for spec ed teachers. This might be helpful for you. But before I do that, I have a friend that made these. It's Meet Session Protocols. Feel free to steal. I'll send it after. And she just put norms for students using Meet. So they have the recorded on. Ours is just having issues, but you could delete that. When you enter the Meet, she wants the kids to turn off their microphone right away. So the first meeting I would have with kids is going over the protocols and expectations. So I would even say, hey, the first time you get on, every time you're going to mute your microphone, just so the kids get in that routine. It's just like the beginning of the school year. You're going to write, she has like a different chart of the purpose and the topics that might be posted in the chat, so the kids kind of know what the expectations are. And then she also lets the kids use the chat. And then she gives the kids different jobs. So if you want to use the different jobs, feel free. If you think some of the kids might enjoy that. And then if they're called upon, they have to unmute their mic and speak. When they're done, they might they mute again. So just going over those expectations and protocols might be a really good thing for students, because this is new to them. They've never done this before. And feel free to edit that document. Meet sessions can have formative assessments, just like this Pear Deck has. And then you can kind of use that to help you with your next session or whatever else you need. And then I also posted in here additional resources. With Pear Deck, they've got templates that you could use if you want to use Pear Deck. Then here are just some tips also that I'll send up afterwards for using Meet, with additional resources down here that are hyperlinked.
And Tracy's double checking to see if we need permission to use Google Hangouts. I said, since it's a district thing, I don't feel that we're going to need to actually get permission slips for this.
No, you're okay.
Okay.
Yep. Did I miss question? Is there a way to delete the Hangout for kids who abuse it? All you can do for the kids that abuse it is remove them from the chat. They can rejoin. And then I would just have a one-on-one conversation with them, with their parent maybe, and talking to them about, hey, you can't join until this happens. You don't need to worry about the limit. It's like 250 people. So appointment slots. For those of you that might enjoy this, you just create a Google Calendar and you create an event just like the GIF, and then you click appointment slots. And appointment slots allow you to have multiple meetings. Let me see if it goes over it again. So if I go to my Google Calendar, this might be good to conference with parents if you needed to. I'm going to do it on Saturday. I create an event just by clicking. I click appointment slots. And then I hit 30 minutes, or I can change it to 15 minutes if I don't want to meet with kids that long. I click here. And then right here is the link that you'll need for your appointment slot that you could give to kids. And then they just come in and they schedule a time to meet with you. And it will say their name in the parentheses. And then once they meet with you, back on my Google Calendar, I can see that I have a meeting at 9:15 with myself. And then what you have to do is edit, and then you have to add a conferencing. So you just click the Google Hangouts and then you hit save. So that could be an option for anybody that wants to do that. And to join a Hangouts by calendar, you just click the link and click Join Hangout Meet. And then it will open the Hangout window.
So again, Stephanie, if we end up posting that link onto Google Classroom, we do not need to do an appointment slot. If we're just kind of doing this where you can drop in.
Yeah. And
okay.
I mean, I could only see appointment slots being used probably for spec ed teachers.
Right.
You can use them if you want. They're really nice too for conferences. If you need to set up any parent teacher conferences type stuff, you could also do that. I wouldn't worry about the risk. I mean, I would just treat it like a classroom. and just be professional with it. I don't see anyone on this chat having any issues. Okay. Also, I talked about the closed captioning. So how you can turn on the captions so the students that have hard of hearing can really understand what you're trying to say. So you might want to take advantage of that. And then here's a nice poster I'll also send out afterwards. If you want to share this with your students, just a reminder, be on time. So that way they're reminded, hey, show up, 5 to 10 minutes early so you're ready to go and your microphone works, you can hear, that kind of stuff. Make sure they mute themselves so we don't hear any background noises. Their presentation, if they need headphones, they chat responsibly. Signals, you might want to use like thumbs up, thumbs down, because they won't be able to see, or you won't be able to hear them because there's going to be so many kids in the chat. So feel free to use this nice little infographic if you need it. And then an idea is office hours. Anyone else have any other ideas of how you might want to use Google Meet? Go ahead and put it in the chat or feel free to share.
I was going to say you could do office hours, but if you were trying to restrict the number of students, you could do it by homeroom, just like we were having a regular class.
Yeah, so office hours, homeroom. You could do live lessons. You could do like feedback meetings.
Hey, Steph, quick question. So as a math teacher, like if I got a whiteboard and just put it up at my house, I know this is silly, but I can video, like if I just set my computer up, this will video me on, it'll show me writing on the whiteboard. So my students will actually see my live lesson, right?
Yes, and you have permission to go get that whiteboard. We know how much you want it.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
told you about it. Hey,
I can't wait to see it.
make
I can't
fun
wait.
of me now that when my kids score off the charts in 12 years when we have the test again, you won't be laughing.
Yeah, so if you want to do that, you just don't present anything. This is what the original screen will look like, is just my video. And then you can have your whiteboard and you can be writing on it. The only thing is I don't know if it's going to show up backwards. We would have to test that out.
Okay.
You take that pen and just write something on a piece of paper or on your hand.
So does it?
No, it says
perfect. Okay, perfect.
Get it.
So we're good. Let me go back to presenting.
Hey, Joni, that chat button is right up there in the top right-hand corner.
Oh, yes. And make sure your kids use the chat button when they have questions, because that can get really confusing.
Okay, so I can start the chat. Can they start a chat?
Yes.
Okay.
And just remind them to keep it school appropriate.
Okay.
So it seems like a good idea, maybe, well, for me anyway, to choose like 2 or 3 kids and say, hey, I'm going to do a practice one of these rather than trying to do it with a bunch of kids.
Yeah. And I can be there if you need help.
Okay. Because I think I would prefer to do it with a couple of kids that you have a pretty good rapport with and figure it out a little bit that way, like a test.
Yep.
Right, and Charlotte, this would be a perfect time actually to be grouping your kids. So if you know of similar abilities,
Yeah.
like to get with them, because they're going to have the same questions. We know that. And then
honestly, I kind of like how I set my schedule up, because I could say, okay, here I'm doing WeVideo, because I know that's going to be really popular. So then a lot of people could sign up. And then I did the EdTech Q&A. So when I did the EdTech Q&A, the first day was honestly crazy. A lot of people needed help, and it could get overwhelming, but that was the first day. The second day, it was more manageable. So just keep that in mind, that the first time we do this, it might be overwhelming, just because the kids haven't seen us in a couple days.
And I think that's really what the kids want. I think the kids need that sense of normalcy of seeing us and us seeing them. And then because we're their security blanket. I've already had phone calls from teacher friends of, you know what I mean? Like, freaking out. And I'm like, chill, we're all figuring it out. It's good to go. Like, we know that there is daily assignments, but that it doesn't mean that if you don't get it done today, I mean, we're here probably for the rest of the year. So they have time to do it. But I think these kids now and the parents are quickly learning, like, I don't know where to go to find this. And it's like, they feel like their security blanket's gone.
Yeah. And so, I mean, if you do need help, I'm more than happy to join. Also, the first chat or the first meet, I believe, should probably be going over expectations, just like you would in August. Kids don't know how to act online, so we need to go over that with them. All right, so office hours.
Hey, Stephanie, real quick, sorry. Rochelle had a question about even though we can't record the meets yet, can we record it with QuickTime or Screencastify and post it and keep it that way?
I haven't tried it yet, but we can try.
Okay.
I'm assuming it will work, but if someone wants to test that out.
Go ahead, Rochelle.
Or I can afterwards, let me know so we can send it out to everybody. All right, so office hours, I just added this to my office hours because you do need breaks. And I like just having my meet open all day. When I get an email, I'm just like, hey, hop on. I can help you eat quicker and faster if you hop on. So this is kind of what I've added. So that way the kids know you're there, but you're taking a break. So I can share those out too, and you can add your own Bitmoji. You can add your own whatever you want to do to it. And then the kids can kind of leave you a voicemail in the chat, and then you could email them back and say, hey, I'm on now. You can hop back on because you might have to take a quick restroom break or get a drink or something, or get your eyes off the screen for just a couple minutes. And that way they know you're there, but you need a break.
So wait, that would be that when they would join the chat, that would be up and that's what they would see?
Yep, they would just see that. And I would just leave it until I come back. And what I would do is I would mute my screen so you can't hear me. Because you could be checking email and you just don't want to meet with kids yet.
Okay.
Or I would turn off your video so they don't see you either. So that might help. Okay, now you can use these slides with students because a lot of them will not know how to use Google Meets. So Google Meets is a tool that they're going to be using for online classes. Feel free to edit any of these slides too. But step one, they're going to find the Google Meet link in Classroom. So I don't know if you want to make a video for some of the kids that might need help with this. But they're just going to click there. Once they join, they have to allow their microphone and video. So make sure they know to hit allow. Allow Meet to use your camera and microphone. Once they do that, they can see, if you can see right here, the little people, they can see who's on the call. So if there's a kid that has a question, they can see, okay, there's a ton of kids on right now. Maybe I should come back later. Okay, once they're ready, they're going to make sure they mute their mic first. You might want to highly suggest that. And red means it is muted. They're going to click join once they're ready. And then once they leave, this is the screen that it's going to look like once they're done. So again, microphone's there. Disconnect if they want to leave the call, they click there. Camera is where they turn that on and off. If they need the subtitles or closed captions. If they need to share their screen, which I would teach the kids how to share their screen. I know a lot of you have learned on the fly with me because it's so much easier if I can see your screen when I am helping you. So make sure you show the kids how to share their screen, and then the settings if they need any help with their audio or anything like that. And then once they're done, they're going to click that red in class button. And so any questions? Yeah, they can talk to each other if you're away from the computer. Any other questions or need me to re-show anything?
Okay, so in order for us to get all those slides, I know I sound stupid. I'm okay with that. So they're going to have to join that Pear Deck to see those slides, right?
Nope, it's going to be a Google slide.
It's going to be a Google slide.
Yep, and I'm going to email them out as soon as I finish this call.
Okay. I'll know how to share that with my kids, right?
You'll just put the Google slide link in Classroom.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Thank you.
Yep. Real quick, before everybody starts hopping off, I'm going to get a screenshot of everyone. If you don't want your screenshot, you can leave. Because of Crystal's competition, I want to win a gift card. So I'm going to take a screenshot to make a nice video. So I'll go ahead and just smile for a second. And I got Adrienne. All right, Allison, you're up. I'm going to get your face thing. Amanda. Amy, I'll get your picture. Andy, I'll get your picture. Angie, your screen is hiding. Anna. Ashley. Oh, you look so cute, Ashley. The other Ashley. Becky. This is good. Kimmer. Charlotte, smile. Aaron, Klupel. You guys can ask questions while I'm taking pictures. Haley, you're up.
Stephanie,
Heather.
one more time how the students can share their screen with us.
Yes. Janet, you're up. Smile. Okay. Jen, you're up. Well, your picture's up. Other Jen. There's 3 Jens on, man. I am going to win a gift card, guys. Jenny.
Steph, if anybody deserves a gift card, you do. You do.
I'm very competitive.
Hey,
Katie, you're up.
Angie just had a question. Angie, if you go down to the bottom of your screen, you got to click on that little video to the left
Kelly,
of the
you're
phone.
up.
Sorry, to the right of the phone.
Let me do yours again, Kelly, because it was blurry. There we go. All right, Kelly Rohr.
This is phenomenal, Steph, if we can all pull it off.
Yeah,
I
and
have faith.
Kristen Mansell, you're up for your
Oh,
photo.
wait a minute.
Okay. There we go.
You know what, Joni? We will be able to pull it off, and we're going to make big mistakes along the way. It's not going to work out, but it will.
Monica Lewis, you're up.
It truly will.
Agree.
Yeah, and if you guys need help, invite me to that first one, Tammy Harmon, and I can join you. Just send me the link. Let me know what time you need help. We can even join before the kids get in and get comfortable with it. Tracy, you're up. And Trisha. Love it. I will get something very cute together. Okay, any other questions other than seeing how to, how am I taking screenshots? I'm just doing Shift Command 4. What does it, Angie, how do I put a picture up? Picture of what? Instead of my, oh, how do you put your picture up? You turn off your camera, just like that.
And Stephanie, to make sure you were clicking on everybody's picture, and that's why Shift Command 4 worked. So she wasn't taking pictures of the little ones. She was actually clicking on everybody's picture to make them bigger.
That's what you can do. You can click on each kid to see how you're doing throughout the call, if you need to. Let me go ahead and present again. Or no, I am presenting, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay, so to share, let me go into, here we go, I got it up. Oh, Jen, you're still with me. So everyone can see Jen, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go to present now, down at the bottom, and you're gonna do your entire screen. I'm gonna do screen 1, because screen 1 has the Pear Deck tab that I need. And I'm going to click share. Once it says you are presenting your screen, you're going to go to the Pear Deck. And that's it. To stop presenting, you're going to hit stop sharing down here. And now I'm not presenting anymore.
What about students sharing their screens with us? Is it the same thing?
Same way. Yep.
Okay.
And they might struggle with it because it is kind of confusing. Just to let you know.
I think we're all used to like it being like a teacher role, student role. This is like everybody just has the same role. Like it's not like a education specific thing.
Yeah. So it's difficult.
It's going to be a Google slide, right? Not a Pear Deck.
Yeah, you can use Google Slides. You can use whatever you want to present to them. They could be on iReady.
If we do a Google slide, though, we have to create it. But where you are sharing a Pear Deck with us.
Yeah, and I created the Pear Deck, so I just used what I had.
Okay.
Yep.
How are you gonna share all those? I'm really interested in that protocol. How are you gonna share all those with us?
I will share in the chat right now for you.
I was gonna say they're listed on the invite.
Yeah, they're also on the invite. Those should take you to it. And you should be able to make a copy and delete whatever you need.
Should is the key word.
And if you need help, let me know.
Tricia,
yeah, I remember where the invite is.
I put them in the chat link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me present again. So can you guys see this little pop-up again?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Here's the two resources too. Or you can click them in the chat. Anything else? And I can stay on a couple minutes for anybody that wants to practice or needs anything else.
All right, I think I'm good. I'm going to leave. Steph, thank you ever so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Go get that whiteboard tonight.
Oh, shut up. Goodbye.
All right, thanks, Stephanie.
You're welcome. Erin, did you want to look at that Flipgrid?
I would love to, if that's okay.
Okay, yes. Will you share your screen and go to Flipgrid?
Sure.
Thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
Present now in my entire screen.
Yep.
Thanks, Steph.
You're welcome.
Oh.
All right, so go to the pencil where it says team competition.
Okay, I'm on the wrong. This is actually the wrong one.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
It's this one, but how do I?
Go to your dash. Go ahead and click. I think it's Erin.
Erin Klickle.
Yeah, click Erin. Go to my Flipgrid. And then log in with Google.
Where are my grids?
Okay.
Where did my grids go?
Wait, I put you in the wrong spot. Hang on 1 second. Go to the other tab again. Okay. Go to the other one tab, like the first tab. Yeah. Not that one. Exit out of that one. There we go.
Oh,
go to my grids.
There we go.
There we go. Go to where it is.
So it's the Team Spirit Math Help.
Okay. Go to the pencil. Yep.
Okay.
And then scroll down a little bit. And then here, keep scrolling. Notifications, keep scrolling. Let me remember where it's at. Yeah, go back up a little bit. Captions, download, share, active. Scroll up again. Okay. Go ahead and hit cancel.
Wait.
At the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, let's click into the grid. So click Team Spirit Math Help. Yep. Go to that pencil now. Let's try that one. Nope, the other one. Oop, sorry. I didn't realize there was two. The one at the bottom. Where it says ask, yeah. And then scroll right here. Topic status, video moderation. You turn that off. The student replies. Scroll down again. Selfies, videos, video total.
I read all of this and nothing spoke to me.
I thought there was a way, but man.
I know you had suggested, using the Flipgrid on the first day for a, and I love the idea. And I actually got, one of my girls who has sent me 2 videos. I just thought they'd be more comfortable knowing that it, not everyone was going to see their videos. It was just me.
Let me read a little bit.
If you need to get back to me later, that's perfectly fine, and I can research too.
No, you're okay. Let me see. There should be a way, I thought.
You would think so.
Where it says video moderation.
Okay. Click on that.
Yeah, moderate videos are hidden from students until you activate them.
So that means,
let me see.
I wonder if that means I will see it, and then if I choose to let them see it, I can do something.
Yeah, so turn that on, and then we should be good. Update, and I think that's good now.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Steph.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Alrighty.
All right, see ya.
Be in touch. Bye-bye.
Hey. I can't hear you.
Sorry. A random question.